Host controls were included in the September feature enhancements for Google Meet. And I know this has already been shared out with you in that previous video on those enhancements, but I want to circle back to it and talk about it real quick on some things that we really need to do to make sure the Google Meet links that we have are really set up in a secure way and we know what's happening with them. So let me give you an example. If you created a calendar event and included your students on that calendar event, then that means they would still have access to that link at any time. You really don't have any control over that meeting. Now, if you created the link using like a nickname or something like that, then that's fine. But if it was just a standard Google Meet link that was within a calendar invite, that link stays active for a period of 90 days. Sometimes longer if you keep reusing it, because it will stay active. Now, the bad part behind that is students can really get on that without the teacher, and there's a way we can go in there and correct this. The other thing with this is another feature that allows you to have some control over who's in the room. So let me dive into that. We need to click on this shield with a lock on it. Those are your host controls. Now, if you don't want students sharing their screen or using the chat box, I would just go ahead and turn that off from the beginning. No need. The one I really want to focus on, though, is this quick access. With quick access turned on, as it is now, anybody can join in as long as they are invited to the meeting. They don't have to ask or anything like that. If I turn that off, then everybody has to ask to join the meeting. So that means you had to approve everybody. So for those Google Meet links that you created using the calendar event, I would turn off quick access. Just slide that feature off. That means if students try to access this after hours or without the teacher, they can't access that meeting until you let them into the room. Here's another instance I would use this. Let's say class has already started. I left quick access on, people got logged in, we were talking, and the first thing I do is I'm going to go turn that off, because the last thing I want is for students to come in late into the meeting. And by late, I'm talking, 10, 15 minutes late. Think about it kind of like your classroom. I'm going to turn off that quick access. And essentially, that locks the door to your Google Meet to where somebody has to ask to come in before they can come in. It's a standard feature for that, but it also provides a good bit of security, because at that point, you only allow the people on your meeting that you really want to be in the meeting. Also, you don't have people interrupting the meeting part of the way through. So those are just the controls that were rolled out in September, but I really implore you to use that quick access, because that part right there will save you from having kids in your Google meeting without your knowledge. Also, it'll allow you to kind of lock that door after class started to where people have to ask to get in. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll help you any way we can.